This is your boy JG. We back in the building. Mike B still here. All NBA edition of E&E, Exaggeration and Experience, and we jump right back into it. What you got
in
first?
The building. So we left off talking about the two-piece.
Yep. I love chicken.
And the one team I want to speak about that they might have a chance to do a little something. We spoke about Utah already. We already know what Utah's expectations are, and I mean honestly, their expectations should be going to the playoffs. Pretty much. To me, that's a win season. The one team I want to talk about though that I think people are sleeping on is Denver.
I don't think people are sleeping.
I
can't wait to hear your perspective because I'm about to shit on them.
Well, you know what? Well, see, first of all, I thought Denver should have beat Portland last year. I think the reason they didn't beat them was because veteran leadership.
Yep.
I mean, they only had Millsap. Everybody else is young. Now they got one more year to grow. They've went through that. They got a great thing, and I'm looking for. This is a big piece. I'm looking for Michael Porter Jr. to come into the game and kill. All they needed was a small forward. I mean, he sat out a year.
Yep.
He didn't play summer league. Whatever. But if he could come this year and be healthy and give them at least 10 to 12 points, Denver's putting in work this year. Not to mention Bol. Shout out Bol. I don't know what he's going to do, but he dropped so low in the draft. He should have a chip on his shoulder.
Shout out dumbass suits.
I mean, his suit was horrible, but I mean, he should definitely have a chip on his shoulder. He should be ready to eat. I mean, he's definitely a mismatch if he's bringing his game. So I don't know what they're going to do, but Denver's looking good. I mean, they still got some nice pieces. They definitely got shooters. They definitely got post players. They probably got the best passing center in the game.
Oh, no, that's facts. Yeah.
Maybe in the history of the game.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? Because my man drops dimes. I mean, maybe I don't know if he was as good as Sabonis was, because Sabonis used to drop dimes too.
To him and his little one.
But at the same time, though, you know what I'm saying? My man drops dimes. I mean, and they're the kind of team that any one of them can get you 20. So how do you defend a team like that?
My take on this is going to be a little bit different.
All right, let me hear it.
Because of Denver and because really their history.
Right.
And I agree with you where they probably should have beat
They should have beat Portland.
So until you do something of significance, until you show, then I'm just going to wait for that.
Okay.
And that's really what it boils down to. For whatever reason, when I look at you guys, you're talented, you're young, that's great. And definitely the chemistry is there. You vibe. Go ahead and do it. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not talking that kind of shit, but go ahead and do that first. Then holler at your boy.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And I think this year they might make a difference. I think they're going to do something. Let's speak about Portland, though. So Portland got these two fat contracts. They just gave CJ that extension, that $100 million extension.
Dame, CJ.
Dame definitely got paid.
Shout out Weber State.
I mean, so I guess the question is, was it the right move?
I'm going to say, for me, it's an obvious yes.
Okay.
Shout out Paul George. Shout out the walk-off. Shout out memes. Dude, he's a killer. This dude's a killer, and he's a team guy. That's, I think, the most important thing. If you listen to anybody from the Portland locker room or organization, can he dribble, shoot, and pass? He can do all those things.
Definitely.
Does he motivate others and provide the opportunity for other people to step in to roles and maybe take over a game like a CJ McCollum? Absolutely. Definitely. And I think you look at the inverse of it. We just talked about Chris Paul for a little bit. Some people feel like that space doesn't exist with Chris Paul, where you can't come in and eat and do your thing.
Right.
It's obvious. I feel like it's really obvious with Damian Lillard that he does his thing.
He does.
You got your boy CJ. Yeah, he got the bag.
CJ. JC.
Here's one thing. Switching gears just a little bit. Same team. Hassan Whiteside just came over.
Yeah, but so what? So what?
Sorry, Hassan, you leaving guns in your car and shit
I'm just saying, so what? I mean, this man was, first of all, shout out Miami Heat. That's my team.
Let's go. Let's go, Heat.
This dude, he hasn't gotten any better since he's been in the league. He got that fat contract, and he was just satisfied. Look at the centers of the day. The centers of the day can step out of that paint now and shoot a 15-foot jumper. Can he? No, he cannot.
But listen, he has enough of a skill set, as a big man. His length, his speed, his athleticism, ability to block a shot, at one point in time was considered, it was like 15-20 minutes, but a max player. Can he make the adjustment? Can he make the, I hate saying shit like this about adults, the attitude adjustment to, this is a good ass basketball team. They got people who can shoot the rock.
They're good.
You're in the West now, which is tougher, but you're on a really good team.
Yeah.
No knock against Miami, but the Miami team of last year, even with Dwayne Wade, this Portland team is better than that Miami
definitely.
team. So you're in a better situation.
Definitely.
can you realize it soon enough and fast enough, and can you be a contributor member of the team?
I don't know. I guess the question is, can you change your heart? That's the question. You know, I mean, because I don't know, man. I just feel like he doesn't have enough heart. You know, and I mean, no disrespect. You know, he's made it to the NBA, so you'll never ever hear me say an NBA player is a scrub. You know, they've made it to that point, so I give them all mad respect. Yep. But at the same time, though, you have the ability to dominate a game, and you don't. Why? Why is that?
Because I'm in my feelings.
Okay, you know, I mean, so you get your Drake on. You know, I mean, if that's what it is, you know, if you want to be a rapper, then go be a rapper then.
OVO's very own.
You know, I mean, no doubt, you know, but I'm saying, you know, he could definitely make an impact to that team. But what I'm hearing, though, it's funny that you say that. What I'm hearing is that he's going to be a trade piece for San Antonio. San Antonio's talking about bringing LaMarcus Aldridge back. I mean, well, Portland's talking about bringing LaMarcus Aldridge back to Portland.
And that's been a conversation that's been going on for the last 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know, so now, I'm going to tell you right now, LaMarcus Aldridge comes back to San Antonio. When Nurkic healthy, it's a wrap. They're automatically better. I'm taking him over Whiteside any day, just because he brings more to the table.
And he's consistent. Even when he, had to get his ass busted by Pop a little bit, you knew that when those conversations were over, you're gonna get a really good basketball player. Yeah. I think about LaMarcus Aldridge when he ate against Houston.
Oh, he
just destroyed them. And then as a San Antonio Spurs fan, being from San Antonio, you kind of get a little confused because I don't feel like you didn't get that version.
Right, of LaMarcus Aldridge. You didn't. He's a little older. Maybe that's why.
Okay. I don't believe that.
But let me say this. I'm also gonna say this, and I know people are gonna trip. I know people are gonna go crazy.
Don't trip.
I'm gonna say that giving CJ an extension was the wrong move.
I'm tripping. I just tripped. You didn't see it, but I did it.
I know. And I know you cats out there tripping too. Oh, you crazy. Hey, just remember, before you say anything disrespectful, I hope you seen that Stephen A clip when that dude was disrespectful with Stephen A.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, and Stephen A got into his draw. So just remember that. You know what I'm saying? But
I need to ask you a question. I'm going to give you a couple quick words, and then I just want you to speak on that.
Okay.
You establish longevity and consistency within the relation, or not the relationship, but the organization.
Yes, sir.
1 and 2 guards. Nice. It's done. It's now something that you don't need to think about or wonder about.
Right.
The way that the NBA money works, TV deals, things like that. The cap just keeps going up and up and up.
Yep.
So you're gonna have an opportunity to pay other people money.
Yes, sir.
Why was it a mistake to give CJ the bag?
Let me say this. Portland will never get over the hump until they get a legit backcourt. And what I mean by legit backcourt, hold on, let me finish. What I mean by legit backcourt is everybody knows Dame and CJ can score with the best of them. The problem is not on offense. The problem is on defense. Neither of those guys.
Nobody plays defense in the NBA.
Okay, but you know what? The reason that Golden State was so successful is because Klay Thompson at 6'7" always guarded the hardest guard on the other side. And he's 6'7". It's hard to shoot over somebody 6'7". Clay and Dame and CJ, they're both about the same height. Plus their game is all based on one-on-one. You spread the floor, you let them go eat. You know what I mean? It's cool. Name a team that's ever won a championship that's had players just go one-on-one. It didn't have some kind of structure in their offense. So with that being said, you could have traded CJ this year.
Can I offer you answers to that?
Yeah, question? Please.
Can we say that the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers that won the championship, can we say that? Because systemically, in the first part of the playoffs, they were a fantastic offense. They scored a shit ton of points. But it came to the finals, it was a lot of getting out of the way and dribble drives.
Okay, but here's what people aren't forgetting about that team. Yeah, LeBron put in work. Kyrie put in work. Mm-hmm. People are forgetting that Kevin Love averaged a double-double.
All right, so we can move on now. That's on me.
So the fact that he averaged a double-double, that's 3 players right there. You name the 3 players on Portland that's going to do that. Okay, Dame's going to put in work. CJ's going to put in work. Who's the third piece?
You had your man that got hurt. He broke his leg. Who was that?
Nurkic?
Yeah.
Nurkic is going to do good if he has a legit center there and he can kind of play off because the one thing that he lacks is that power game. He's more a finesse.
But here's the thing. But this is why it works, because in the NBA, who does that? No one is bodying you in the paint.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you get to the playoffs, everybody's bodying you. Yeah, even Pat Beverly, the smallest dude out there, he's bodying you.
He needs a haircut.
Maybe so. But what I would have did is I would have traded CJ, got me some assets. I would have got me some assets, some draft picks, and I would have moved Rodney Hood to that 2 guard.
fuck that. Cut Rodney Hood. I'm so mad about Cleveland.
I get you, but you know what? Let me tell you why I'm not mad at Rodney Hood.
He's 11 on the bench.
Okay, but you know what? He has the jump shot to be a starter. Yes, he does. He can shoot, bro, and he's 6'9".
He's big as fuck with a dumb face.
Well, I mean, he might have, but he can shoot though. And the thing is that not only that, it's hard to play with LeBron, bro. He's not the only one who struggled playing with LeBron.
I'm being unfair in the assessment of Rodney Hood because of that. Because if you look back on how that whole year unfolded, that whole shit was unbelievable.
And look at him when he was in Utah. He was eating in Utah.
And so that's why it was such a conundrum. Like,
right.
Dude, you're supposed to be a G. We know you to be a G. Fair is fair.
See, so that has a lot to do with it. I think this could be his breakout year. You know, he's finally getting an opportunity where he's on a team. He's going to get minutes. He's going to get buckets. He's going to get points. You know what I mean? Now it's all up on him. So if he has the heart, if he's been working out in the summertime, he's going to come into this and he's going to ball out. If he doesn't, I
think you're right. And I can't believe we just spent 2 minutes talking about Rodney Hood. But hey, shout out Rodney Hood. You can be on the pod if you want to get on. But one of the best assessments that you made is not operating under the pressure of having to play with the LeBron James or have these expectations. And I'm a hooper. I hoop, so I'm getting back to the drawing board.
Right.
And he's a serviceable player, big as hell. He does have a dumb face. Rodney, you can be on, but
yeah, you
wear shades or glasses.
You'll do good.
Like that.
You'll do good this year, man. It's gonna be good. You know, I mean, my predictions for Portland, I got them going to the playoffs, but believe it or not, I got them losing in the second round.
And I don't think that's a stretch.
And see, but where do you go from there?
Because I've been thinking about it. I agree with your assessment as far as like who are they defensively? What do they do? What do they bring to the table?
Right.
I get that. Being undersized and outgunned, I think their depth is a bit of an issue.
Yes. But they did get rid of some people, which is great.
What was that? He went to Miami in this trade. I think it's a big loss for them. Low key, white boy, tall shooter.
Miles Leonard.
I think that's a big loss.
You know what? Let me tell you why it's not a big loss.
Okay, well, I don't think it's a big loss.
Let me tell you why. Because this year is the only year that he's played ball. If you ever follow Miles Leonard, they gave him this fat contract. I mean, his contract was ridiculous, and he never was able to really get in there and do anything. This playoffs, he played ball like he was impressive. You know, so you know what? I think Portland did the right thing. Portland said, you know what? This is the only time he was ever eaten. He could be trade bait right now. Somebody might think that he's good enough. Let's get him off our books. So you know what? Now next year, if he ball out, then maybe Portland made a mistake. But you all know that this is all about potential and what you think somebody's going to do. You know,
it's a guessing game.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you think he looks good. He has the ability. If you ever seen Miles Leonard in person, the dude looks like a bodybuilder. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he definitely works out, but does he work on his game? We're going to see this year. You know, like I said, Miami's my team. I expect him to do a little something. If he don't, you're probably going to have me yelling and cussing at the TV, calling him scrub. It is what it is.
Shout out to the West. Eastern Conference basketball, Western Conference basketball,
championship, West.
We covering all of it. No bums though. I mean, maybe that's for another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
If you win 20 games, we not Suns. We not. Hey, shout out Devin Booker though.
Devin Booker, he's a baller. And you know what? With Ricky Rubio coming over to that point guard, it's gonna help him a little bit. I mean, they're still not gonna do nothing.
They're gonna win 25 games.
Okay, well, you know, last year they won
32.
Okay,
right?
32. That's nice in the West. You know, maybe they could just beat most of the teams in the East and then call it a night.
The bums. Something happened last year. I don't know what this year's going to look like, but it's going to lead us into our next, essentially, segment. What are the rookies going to do? So before you get before we get into this draft and going into this year, I want to highlight a bit of a controversial deal in my mind.
Okay.
It's controversial to me.
Okay.
So you had Luka Doncic coming over.
Yeah.
A baller.
Yes.
A champion overseas.
Eaton.
And he came over right away, and you could tell, like, okay, this dude can play basketball.
He can play.
Guess what? 8 games in, Rookie of the Year. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Nope.
Except we do have to talk about it now.
Trae Young.
He balled out of his mind.
He balled out.
One of the things that I was telling Mike is like, is it a product of being in Atlanta, getting the opportunity, getting the shots? I'm not saying Dallas was good, you know what I'm saying, but I'm looking at the opportunity. Bottom line is this: he can get buckets. He proved, because I had my doubts. He's an NBA basketball player. He's an NBA guard. He has unlimited shooting range, and he doesn't give a damn. The award ended up going to Luka, but in my opinion, I feel like you could make the case for Trae Young being the Rookie of the Year last year.
Rookie of the Year. My Rookie of the Year last year was definitely Trae.
go. Let's go.
And you're saying why?
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the beginning of the year, Trey was trying to figure out the league. You know, Luka kind of did really good in the beginning of the year. But the thing is that everybody knows that when the season goes on, you're supposed to get stronger, and that's exactly what Trey did. He got stronger. He got better. Once he figured out the league, he started putting his stamp on it, and he killed. And by the end of the year, in my opinion, not only did he catch Luka, he surpassed him. You know, but I believe just like MVPs and stuff, you know, ask Shaq when Shaq lost that championship MVP to Steve Nash. You know, it's politics involved, and you know, I think they had dubbed Luka the man when he first came in, and you know what, you wouldn't change anybody's mind. But if you watch the game, Trae Young did his thing, man. You know, shout out Trey, because I'm not gonna lie, when he was in Oklahoma, I loved his first couple of games. And when I started watching, I got to the point where I was like, man, this dude don't ever pass. You know, all he does is shoot the rock. You know, and then they went on that slid the second half of his year. You know, where Oklahoma couldn't win a game. You know, they figured out how to lock Trey down, and they couldn't do anything. So when he came into the league and they made that trade for Luka, I was one of the first people like, man, that's dumb. I would never make that trade. Dumb. What are you doing? You know, I mean, but you know what, Trey, my respect. My apologies. You're a beast. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing, and yeah, you had a better year than Luka did.
We need you to make a decision on your hair, though. You know, you have to do that.
Well, I mean, maybe fade it up. You know, I mean, that's nice.
Something.
You know,
you have options.
You know, bald it down. You know, I mean, do your thing.
Don't get caught in the middle.
You know.
So let's get into the hot topic. Really, now we're transitioning to this year.
Rookies.
Zion Williamson.
The truth. First of all, let me go ahead and say this. You know what? Everybody says he had the best year a freshman has ever had in college.
Shout out AD.
Can I disagree?
Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree. AD had the best year, number one. Number two, AD brought home a championship, because that's what it meant.
You won everything. Is what
he brought home a championship. I don't care about your stats. You shooting 70% from the field. If you ain't got that ring around your finger, he's aggressive right now. If you ain't got that championship belt,
you do the Aaron Rodgers joint.
You're just as good as the third, fourth, fifth, sixth player.
Bum.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out AD. Do your thing. Love it. Zion. I like Zion. I liked him in college. Let me say that. I liked him in college. I got an opportunity to go down to the Summer League this year and be in Summer League. You know, let me say this. The one thing I was disappointed, because a lot of rookies sat out for no reason this year.
We don't know who you are. You need to play in the league.
I mean,
play who?
You know what? This is how you work your game out. Talk about, I want to. What are you talking about? Get out there, dude. We come to Summer League to see you get your ball on. You know,
Summer League to have beverages.
Cats sitting out, you know, they ain't even hurt. They just sitting chilling. Now, the ones that are hurt, you know, mad shout out. You got to get ready for the league. I understand that. The ones who wouldn't hurt, shame on you.
It's a shame.
And your organization. You know what I'm saying? You know, them tickets were like $40 a ticket.
Shout out $40 a ticket.
$40, man. You know, I don't know about everybody else, but I got a regular job. You know what I mean? That's real, you know? So, anyway, I think the first game Zion played, he was kind of exposed. And here's what I mean.
Exposed is a strong word.
Yes.
Exposed is a strong word.
Yeah, it is. And here's what I mean. So, we watched Zion play in college. Athletic, jumping over the gym, getting rebounds, blocking shots, things of that nature or whatever. You know, physically, nobody can really hold him. Now, you're in the NBA with grown men.
They're adults.
You know, so you know what? You're going to be able to body some people, but you're not going to be able to body everybody. And the one thing that you're going to have to learn to do or know how to do is shoot that J, because you're not going to be getting layups left and right all day. And I seen him shoot a J, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a Mitchell Robinson. He shot one, and Mitchell Robinson came to the three-point line. Not only did he smack it out the air, Mitchell Robinson ran down to the other side and banged out. You know? Another thing is everybody's talking about how he's overweight. He didn't look overweight to me. Mm-hmm. He didn't look overweight, but let's say he is.
A bigger body generally.
He is. You know, but the thing is that the question is that what position is he playing? He's 6'7", 285. Klay Thompson is 6'7", and he's playing a shooting guard. Is he going to be a power forward? Well, he has a weight to be a power forward.
Well, let me ask you this question. So what does he do? Does he stay at the weight that he's at? You know,
no, he's got to lose weight. He's got to lose weight. And here's the reason why. He's got to lose weight because if anything, the grind of an 82-game season is going to kill him on his knees. All that jumping and that's back, you know what I'm saying? You want the longevity. You want to be in the league as long as LeBron is. Shout out to LeBron paying all that money to take care of his body. You know what I mean?
Shout out LeBron. Let's go.
Other people should do that, you know? I mean, so hopefully that's what he does.
So then let me ask you this question then. Okay, he drops 30 pounds.
20, 25, 30, yep.
So what position does he play?
I'm gonna have to put him in a small forward. Small forward / power forward. I guess who else? I guess it depends on who else I have on the court. I mean,
facts. Yeah,
he kind of reminds me of. Hard to say, man, because he's so athletic. I mean, but Randall, who used to play for the Lakers, who played for the Pelicans, and just left.
Oh, Julius Randle.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of a more athletic Julius Randle.
I definitely hear you. I definitely hear you on that. The thing that I think that concerns me, dropping the weight, and you got to be able to handle the rock. Not in college handle the rock.
Right.
We're talking about in the NBA handling the basketball, and then having a respectable 14 to 17 foot jumper.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens.
Definitely. I mean, if you ever seen him shoot, he doesn't have a jumper. It's more of a set shot. So he definitely doesn't really have a jumper. His handle's okay, especially to be as big as he is, and I know when he gets around the paint, you're either fouling him or he's banging out on you. I mean, yeah. So the thing is that hopefully they don't rush him too much. He takes the game slow, and hopefully he's a learner. Now, he seems like he's a hungry kid, and the fact that he signed with Jordan when there was 2 or 3 other shoe companies out there that was offering him more money tells me a little bit about his character. He
was wearing them Kyries and they blew out. He said, "Oh, okay.
Nah, see, now hold up, now, because I'm a shoe head too." Just for y'all who don't know,
okay,
he was wearing Paul George's, and Paul George's shoe is designed for a guard, and he's not a guard.
Shout out Paul George.
He's a big man. He should have never been wearing those shoes in the first place. When he does wear the Kyries,
they're gonna send a black Suburban to your crib.
Well, I mean, they should, but that's real, I mean, but when he was playing the Kyries,
excuse me, Michael,
the Kyries protected him. He should have never been wearing those Paul Georges, never. You know what I mean? So that's a shame that you got all that staff at Duke, and nobody knew that his big butt shouldn't have been in that shoe. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Nike. You know what it is.
Let's go. Guess what, y'all? We're coming to the end of it, but before we go, we're gonna get the final predictions. A lot of stuff's happened in the offseason. A lot of transactions have been made. A lot of shit talking. A lot of this. A lot of that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about one thing: that's winning an NBA championship. Your top 2 to 3 teams coming out of the East. Your top 2 to 3 teams coming out of the West. We're gonna start in the West because we've started in the East.
No. Let's go with the East first
because okay.
Because we already
take me to the East.
We already believe that the championship's coming out the West.
Oh no, you believe that?
You don't think so?
I didn't say anything, but I'm just saying, don't box me in.
Okay,
don't box me in.
Fair enough.
Don't box me in.
A rookie of the year. Shout out, Ja. He's gonna be my rookie of the year. Yeah, he's gonna be my rookie of the year. Just let you know. I'm saying it here first. You already know. But I mean, let's talk about it. So the three teams I got in the East putting in work. You already know: Milwaukee, Philly, and you know what? I mean, I think the third one is an argument between Boston and New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, New Jersey did pretty good last year. They're pretty much still intact, and now they got Kyrie.
I was stuck for a second because I was processing the New Jersey situation.
Yeah, I mean, KD's not there, but you still got Kyrie.
No, I got it. I think. Well, I'll just say this in. I think I'll take New Jersey over Boston. Just so you're talking about 3 or 4, but let me tell you why: youth and depth. And excitement. That team has fun together. I think that takes you a long way. You lost Al Horford in your Boston.
You did.
Kyrie's not there anymore.
He's not.
Rozier's gone. Obviously, you do add Kimba. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm at 3. I'm gonna put the Nets at 3.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm definitely going fair. Boston.
That's life.
I think Boston is. I think they're still more intact. Yeah, they did lose some key pieces, but they still got key pieces there. I also think Kyrie is kind of hard to play with. I mean, he's proven that in Boston that he's
fucking up your whole situation.
Well, I'm just saying. So he's proven when he got to Boston.
Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals a year ago, and you coming back and fucking up shit. And
you
just got almost bootleg gentleman swept. Right. By Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, see, so he struggled when he was with Boston. I mean, he obviously couldn't play with young players, and all he did was leave to go to another team with young players. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying they're not going to do good. I just see Boston doing a little bit better. I mean, unfortunately, there's not another team in the East that I can think of. I mean, like I said, my team is Miami. I don't understand why Miami gave up all those assets for Jimmy Butler. I mean, unless they got something else coming down the line,
Well, going back to the 2-piece segment, that's really kind of why. Okay, cool. We're giving up assets,
right?
But we didn't make the playoffs last year,
right?
They barely missed it. But now we can say we have an all-star on our team. We have one all-star on our team.
And it's Miami. Who don't want to live in Miami?
Jimmy Butler's dumb. Out of the, I think for me, out of the East, if Philadelphia doesn't come out of the East, period, straight up, if they're not playing for a championship next year, you have to make changes. Brett Brown, whoever, Elton Brand, stop playing.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to come out of the East.
Yeah, I
don't even want to talk about it anymore.
It'll be a disappointing season. You're right. So I still got them losing in the finals, whoever they're playing, though. No doubt. I mean, the West is pretty simple. I think it comes down to the Lake Show. You know what? Let me change my mind. The West is kind of simple. I think it comes down to the Lake Show, the Clippers, or believe it or not, man, I still got Denver in there, man. And
I'm not going to disagree with that. I just want to see it. I feel more comfortable saying, obviously, you got LeBron and AD. Your ass me to be winning. Fill out the rest of the roster. The Clippers look good. Right. They're just not big. Their perimeter looks good. No, the perimeter looks great.
Yeah.
Who's playing 4s and 5s? I don't know.
Well, they got Montrezl Harrell playing the 4. You got your boy Lou Williams off the bench. He's definitely giving you buckets.
Jamal Crawford's not signed to a team?
Really?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I mean, shout out Jamal. One of the nicest,
Lakers,
coolest
cats.
Playing. Yeah.
Go ahead and sign him. Stop playing. He's getting buckets.
Right. One of the nicest, coolest cats I've ever seen. And yes, when he is 65, he still would give you buckets. Yes.
I forgot. I would cite the source, but I don't remember it. But I guess the last game that he played in the NBA, he scored 52 points.
I believe it. It was for Phoenix. Yeah, I believe it because that's what he do. He gets buckets. When it's raining outside, call Jabal. He'll have the bucket. Especially got a hole in your roof or something. He has the bucket.
He got you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, right now I give the Clippers a little nod over the Lakers, and the only reason being is I think the Lakers too are better. I would take LeBron and AD over
George and Kawhi.
Yeah, I would. But here's the problem: AD hasn't proven to me that he's going to be able to play a whole year and be healthy.
Facts. I think the other thing is, despite his talent, obviously his size, ability to handle the ball, he can shoot.
Yeah.
But you've been the best player on the team, and we haven't really seen a lot out of it.
No. Well, I mean, he did his thing. I mean, and you know what? Shout out to Portland Trailblazers, but I remember when he ate the Portland Trailblazers up.
That was a sweep.
I mean, he took the broom out. I don't even think it was a regular broom. It's like one of the electric joints when you just plug up and because he really did sweep them cats. You know what I'm saying? Which was crazy. But I mean, I think this is his year to prove it, and he's already mentioned saying that if he doesn't get a championship, he feels a failure. So that to me, that should be added pressure. You know what I mean? But pressure does a couple of things.
Makes diamonds, burst pipes.
There you go. So it's either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna be a diamond in the rough, or you gonna be one of them dirty pipes that I'm kicking down the street?
A little bootleg PVC joint.
A bootleg P. You know what I mean? So, it all depends on what you want to do. But it's gonna be an interesting year. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope that if they come here to our town and I pay for tickets, that they don't sit the superstars down so I can actually see them play.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool with me. You gonna sit the superstar down? Sit them down at home. Don't sit them down on the road. Don't do it. We're paying tickets. I got a regular job.
With that being said, shout out to regular jobs.
No doubt.
We wrapping this one up. Before we go, I have my way too early finals, or not finals, but regular season NBA MVP is LeBron James. I think that he's going to come out. He's going to kill.
Yeah.
And it's not about points, assists, and rebounds. It's about impact. And I think he's going to impact the game in a way we haven't seen in quite some time.
He's eating.
Are you're co-signing that?
Oh, definitely co-signing that. Seen a post the other day, LeBron, I mean, people forgetting how good he really is. They're forgetting that he is the king. He has something to prove this year. He didn't make it to the playoffs after 18,000 times in a row.
18,000.
Cats wrote him off. Cats are talking. I mean, he even make an NBA All-Star squad this year. He didn't make first team, second team.
He made 13.
Come on, LeBron on 13, bro.
13.
LeBron on 13?
After averaging 28, I want to say he averaged 28.
Come on, man. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So, Cats is being disrespectful. You know what you do with disrespectful cats? You lay them down. So that's exactly what he's going to do this year.
This is your boy JG. Mike B in the building on a very special edition of E&E Exaggeration and Experience. It's going to be more of this, guys. We keep bringing the heat. If you made it this far, you're definitely a real one.
No doubt.
Like, subscribe, smash the like button.
Get in there.
We out. Shout out AB, shout out Double M. We out.
No doubt.
They won't let you remember.
Sorry.